Okay, we're going to do some problem solving with the help of a bar model. All right, so here's the problem. 1/6 of the sum of prize money was divided equally among 4 individual players. The remainder was divided among 10 group players. If each group player received $75, how much money did each individual player receive? Okay, well, what I'm going to do in the beginning is I'm going to make a bar for the total amount of prize money. So if I look here, it says 1/6 of a sum of prize money was divided equally among 4 individual players. I'm going to start with that. So first I'm going to make a bar representing all of the prize money. Now, one thing that's important to do when you're making bar models is to label them. That way you know where everything is going. So I'm going to label this prize money. And it says here that 1/6 of the sum of prize money was divided equally among 4 players. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off by taking the prize money and cutting it into 6ths. So you take the total and you cut it into 6 equal parts. And you can see here that this would be 1/6 of the prize money. So 1/6 of the prize money is divided equally among 4 players. So that 1/6 is cut up into 4 equal pieces. And each of these pieces is an individual player. Now, if I read on, it says the remainder was divided among 10 group players. So the remaining prize money after the 1/6 would be this part. We'll just label that remainder. Now, if all of this money was divided equally among 10 group players, well, I can see right now that I have 5 equal parts in this remaining money. If I just cut those parts in half, then I will have 10 equal parts, which would take care of my 10 group players. So if each group player receives $75, that means if here's 10 group players, each one is going to receive $75. Then how much did each individual player receive? So now I have to figure out what would be in this little part right here for an individual player. Well, if I go back and I remember that each of these portions is a 6th, then I know that each of these 6ths are an equal amount. So this 6th right here would be the same as this 6th of the total amount. So this 6th over here equals 150, because 75 plus 75 equals 150. So that means that this would also equal 150 over here. And now all I have to do is take this 150 and divide it into 4 pieces. And that will tell me what each individual player got. So 150 divided by 4. So 4 goes into 15 3 times. 3 times 4 is 12. Subtract. There's 3 left. Bring down the 0. 4 goes into 30. 7 times 4 is 28. Subtract. There's 2 left. I know that's okay because it's less than the divisor. So what do I do now? There's no more numbers. I add a decimal and add another 0, so I can keep going. the decimal goes straight up into the quotient, and I bring down the 0. Every time I bring another number down means something has to go above it. So 4 goes into 20 5 times. And 5 times 4 is 20. And there, I'm finished there. And so if I turn this into money and I answer the question, how much money did each individual player receive? Each individual player received $37.50. And that's your answer.